What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are back for another tier list Tuesday, and we are ranking MGK's Tickets to My Downfall album. So if you guys have been keeping up with the past couple tier list Tuesday uploads we have been doing, we have been ranking MGK's albums. We first ranked Lost Americana, then we ranked Mainstream Sellout, and now we're on Tickets to My Downfall. This ranking will consist of all three versions of the album. So the OG version, the sold out version, and the all access one. Keep in mind when I'm ranking this is my opinion. So if you disagree, that's okay. But leave in the comments down below, what would you change and how would you rank his songs on this album? All right, guys, we have the full album in front of us. And guys, like I just mentioned earlier on, that this includes all of the OG album. You guys can see here from title track all the way to Play This When I'm Gone. And then we have the sold out deluxe version, which includes Body Bag all the way through the Bloody Valentine acoustic version. And then we have the all access tracks that were unreleased that just came out in 2025, from No Cell Phones in Rehab all the way to Love Race. And also, like I mentioned also before, this is my favorite album. I do own this on vinyl. I actually own this twice on vinyl, about to be 3 times, but very sick vinyl. I'm going to show you guys this before we get into the ranking. But very cool little inside art here. Feel free to pause. But the other one is on the way. That is why I can't show that one. And I also have the coffee book. Oh, this one, excuse me. The coffee book that came out. I did an unboxing on this on the channel a couple weeks ago. If you missed it, make sure to check it out. It was a really cool unboxing. I enjoyed doing it very much. But with that being said, let's get into ranking these songs. And this is going to be a long one. Just brace yourselves. But up first, from the OG tracks, title track. All right, title track is a great song to open up this album. Very iconic, just a little beginning, the little notes at the beginning just hit every time. If you know, you know. And just, I remember watching Downfall's High when that aired. It's actually how I got into MGK's music, and the rest is history. But for title track, I'm going to put this at A. Very good song to open up the album. And I know this was a switch for a lot of fans coming into knowing his rap stuff into now. But I think title track properly goes in A. But before we get into the next song, S is actually going to have 3 songs in this ranking. I forgot to mention that earlier, but I'm going to have one from the original album, the sold out deluxe, and then one from the unreleased tracks that came out last year. So just putting that in there now. But up next, we have Kiss Kiss. Kiss Kiss, very good track. I think this whole album is so good, but I just love the little upbeat version of this song. It goes kiss 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 the bottle all night. You guys know. But this song, really good. I don't know if I'm gonna put this in A or B. It's not an S song for me because I already know what I'm putting in there. But I am going to go, oh, this is hard. We're gonna put it in B, high end B. But coming up next, Drunk Face. All right, guys, for Drunk Face, I'm still young, wasting my youth. Very good song. I did this song for my birthday post a couple years ago on social media. But honestly, for this song, this was one of my favorites when it came out, and it still is one of my favorites. So with that being said, I'm going to put Drunk Face in A, joining title track. I think those two are very well deserved in that category. And I just noticed, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am kind of rocking the MGK inspired Tickets to My Downfall fit right now. I don't have a plain black shirt, but I'm wearing the album shirt, and I'm wearing the white long sleeve like he has in the cover. You guys can see just a little small detail if you didn't notice. I feel like I can point that out. But moving on to the next song on this album, Bloody Valentine. Bloody Valentine, banger. I believe this song came out as a solo. I could be wrong, but I think it did come out as a solo song before the album even dropped. But I love the music video with this song. Him and Megan Fox in it. Really cool how Megan pretty much sings the song, or lip syncs the song throughout. But for Bloody Valentine, I'm going to give not a B. I'm going to give it an A. I feel like that is a perfect ranking for Bloody Valentine. But coming up next, we have Forget Me Too featuring Halsey. And this is another great track on the album. Just hearing Halsey's vocals in like a rock sense album, it just makes sense to me. I think she needs to drop a rock album, but we're not going to talk about her completely because this is MGK's album. But very good song. One of my favorites. And just because this album is so huge with us ranking all 3 versions, I'm not going to waste too much time on each song. I'm going to put Forgive Me Too in A as well. I feel like that is perfect for this song featuring Halsey. All right, guys, coming up next, we have All I Know featuring Trippie Redd. And this is a great song. Trippie Redd and MGK are a good duo when it comes to like the rock and like the rap mix, except for John Sad Boy. I'm not the biggest fan of that project. That is why I didn't rank it. I might rank it down the road after I have all the bass albums done. And also it's an EP, so it technically doesn't count. But focusing on All I Know right now, I'm going to give this song a B. I feel like next to Kiss Kiss works, and that's a good spot for it. But I just love their harmony together. Very cool in this. But next up, Lonely. And for the longest time, when this album came out, this was my favorite song on the album. And I think it honestly still is. So, but I'm going to put Lonely in S, if I can get it up there. There it is. I still love the track. I relate to the lyrics a lot. And it's just perfect for this album. I like how it shifts from All I Know. Great song. Kind of sad in the Downfall's High music video, but the song is sad, so it makes sense. But moving on to the next song, we have World War III. I don't even know if you consider this a song because it's just like a minute to a minute and a half. I forget how long it is. And guys, also keep in mind the interludes aren't in this. I don't consider them part of the song, like album, like song wise. So just letting you know. But for World War III, just because it's very short and there's not much to it, I'm going to put it in C. It's okay. I think that is a fair ranking for that. So with that being said, let's move on to the next track. We have Concert for Aliens. Concert for Aliens was actually in WWE 2K22. You guys know I'm a huge wrestling fan if you are a subscriber on this channel. So I have heard this song a lot back in 2022 and early 2023. This song was so like overplayed in my ears when it came out. And he was actually a playable character in that game. And I'll put a picture on the tier list so you guys can see it. It was really cool. But for Concert for Aliens, just because I heard it a lot, I'm going to put it in C, but it is definitely above World War III. And it's not my fault they played it like 24/7 on the game. But you guys might be wondering, why didn't you just turn it off in the soundtrack? It's just because I think when you play a video game, you want to listen to the soundtrack that they give you. I think that just makes sense. But up next is the most well-known track on this album, My Ex's Best Friend, featuring Black Bear. And I'm not gonna lie, this song was very overplayed too. But I don't think as much as me listening to WWE 2K22 soundtrack, because I don't really listen to the radio at this time. I just know it was on a lot during like 2021, 2020-ish range. Probably up to 2022 to be honest, if my memory serves me right. But I think it's only fitting we put My Ex's Best Friend in C just because the overplay value. But I'm going to put it in the middle of World War III in Concert for Aliens. I think that works. But coming up next is Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker is a very solid song in my opinion. It's definitely not the hottest and like the most poppy, like vibrant song on this album. I think that's how the best way to word this is. But I'm gonna put Jawbreaker in B. I think wait. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in B. I think that's a very appropriate ranking for this song. And I like the main like hook, like the jawbreaker, she tastes like candy. Okay, I'm done. But you guys know I can't sing, and I'm not gonna do it anymore to embarrass myself, but I probably will. So, but moving on to the next track, we have Nothing Inside featuring Ian Dior. Very good song. I love this duo. We know Ian Dior and MGK collabed later on Mainstream Sellout, the album after this. If you guys missed that ranking, make sure to check it out. The link will be in the description. I uploaded that like 2 weeks ago now, so make sure to check it out after you watch this one now. But for Nothing Inside, she looked dead in my eyes and she saw nothing inside. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna put it above Jawbreaker. I think that is appropriate for this song. Very good song. I like it in Downfall's High when what am I trying to say? When MGK and Dior were in it, when they were doing like the operation thing, that was kind of cool to see. Not gonna lie. But we are finally on the last song of the base album. Like I said, I apologize if this is going fast. I just gotta get this somewhat at a decent length so you guys can watch it, not tune away, because we still have like 7 or 8 plus more songs. But next is Play This When I'm Gone. You're gonna cry and baby, that's alright. Very good song, a sad song. I know this, I think was made for Cassie, his daughter, so makes sense. Or Casey, excuse me, I called her Cassie. I was listening to Warning Shot earlier from Lace Up and Cassie came to mind. But for Play This When I'm Gone, I'm gonna give it a B. Right after Jawbreaker. I think that's appropriate for my ranking of the song. But we're done with the base album. Just a quick recap. In S, we have Lonely. Then in A, we have title track, Drunk Face, Bloody Valentine, Forget Me Too. Then in the B category, we have Kiss Kiss, All I Know, Nothing Inside, Jawbreaker, and Play This When I'm Gone. And then in the last category, which is C, we have Concert for Aliens, My Ex's Best Friend, and World War III. But moving on to the sold out deluxe tracks that weren't on the original album, and this I think came out, I don't know like the time frame when the sold out version of this album came out, but came out after, obviously. But we're gonna kick it off with Body Bag, and this was also in WWE 2K22. But for this song, I'm gonna just put it next, or I'm gonna put it after My Ex's Best Friend, just because it was so overplayed for me. So that's the only reason it's going in there. If you really like this song, I apologize, but like I said earlier, this is my opinion, so don't come after me in the comments down below. Just let me know what you would rank and why. I really am interested in knowing what you think here on this channel, because we can relate to the same stuff if you're watching this. Coming up next, Hangover Cure. I like Hangover Cure a lot. I'm gonna give this song a B. I think that is fitting, and I'm gonna put it after Nothing Inside. I feel like that's fitting for this song. But coming up next, we have Split a Pill. And honestly, when I first heard this song, I thought this was part of the all access tracks where you guys can see my cursor highlighting, but it was actually part of this. And I really like this song. Just split a pill to make up. Yeah, very good song. I don't know if it's my favorite on this, so I'm gonna give it a B. I think B is also good for this song. I think if the whole album was like included all 3 versions, it would be so good. But that's what I'm going to put at the end of B. I think that works for this song. But we got to move on to the next couple songs, guys. We have Can't Look Back coming up next. I can't look back when the memories look like that. And this song is definitely my favorite, so I'll explain why, but I'm going to put Can't Look Back in S. I just love when it goes, can't look back when the memories look like that. Perfect. Great song. I'm not going to explain it more. You guys can see it's in my S, Joining Lonely. And that means that in the Sold Out Deluxe version of the album, we're done. We'll already have our S, so these next 2 songs, which are technically repeat songs / covers, are not going to be in the S category. But with that being said, coming up next, we have Misery Business. And guys, if you did not know, this is a cover to Paramore's song that came out all the way back in 2007, which is 13 years before this album came out. And honestly, I've seen Paramore live, I've seen MGK live. I honestly hate MGK's version of the song. And this might be controversial, but just because I love the original so much and I don't think it should have been covered, I'm putting it in D. Honestly, I don't think it's good, but that's just my opinion. Still doesn't take away that I'm a huge fan of his. I just don't think it's a good cover. Enough of my bashing on the cover of this song. I'm going to move on to the last track on the Sold Out Deluxe version of this album. We're going to go to Bloody Valentine, the acoustic version. I don't know. This song I'm indifferent about. I'm gonna put it in C after World War III. I just don't think it's that good compared to the original, and I just think all the other songs I have here are better. But like I keep saying, this is my opinion. If you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. But finally, it is time for the all access version of this album, and some great additions here that we didn't hear when this original album dropped in 2020, minus Love Race, but we'll get into that later on. But the first song on the all access version of this album, we have No Cell Phones in Rehab. There's no cell phones in rehab, and that's where I'm going, so come find me. I like this song a lot. There's no cell phones in rehab, and then he does the double middle fingers. Very cool. I wish there was like an actual music video instead of him lip singing over it. I'm gonna give this song an A. I think this song is properly there. I'm gonna put it, I think After Forgive Me 2 is a great spot for it. A very good one here on this version of the album. But the next track here on the all access song or song list album, we have Home, Bitter, Sweet Home. This song gets me in the feels sometimes. Just when you hear Casey like in the song, it just hits, guys. And she was so young at this time, so it's really cool to hear how like much they have grown into like the father-daughter relationship. And it sucks just being for her that her dad lives states away and always on tour. So it hits, especially when you're coming back to your hometown, just like a personal connection there. I'm going to give it a high B. I'm going to put it right after Kiss Kiss. I think that is an appropriate ranking. So it's right there if you guys missed where I put it. But I think that's a good spot for this song. I think that is well deserved. But up next, we have I Tried Again. And when I first heard like his Instagram live when he was like teasing these songs being mixed and stuff, it sounded different. I don't know if that's just me, but I think this song sounded completely different than when we first heard it. But I don't know, it's still a good song. I don't think it's in my top here for all access by any means. Here, let me highlight it so you guys know where I'm at. I'm gonna put it right after Nothing Inside in B. I think that is appropriate for my ranking. So that only leaves 3 songs left for this album. And coming up next is Me or You. In my opinion, I think this is the weakest song out of the 5, or I don't remember how many, or from the new tracks. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So for Me or You, I'm gonna put this in C, honestly, but it's high end C. This is like a C plus. If you get a C plus in a class, if I can get over there, it's not going in D. Hear me out. It's going in C if I can do it. It's just my computer's being finicky. There we go. Me or You going in high end C. But the next song on this album is Secrets. I'm not even gonna waste any time. Secrets, my favorite song on the All Access tracks. It's just so good. Like, I'm not gonna try to sing again, but I just love the melody. I just love it all. I love the instruments. I love it all. I love it all. I'm not even gonna explain it anymore. Just listen to the song. It's good. If you haven't already, do it. But the last song is Love Race featuring Kellen Quinn. And guys, this is a great song. This actually was a single back in, I don't remember what year. I want to say 2019, 2020, early 2020. I don't know. But the music video of this is really cool. How they're in like a Friday the 13th scenario at a like camp. Very cool. But for Love Race, it just reminds me of NHL 21 maybe. I don't remember what NHL was, but I'm trying to like sing the song in my head to see like if it like alters my ranking. I do like when they're like, to get back to you. Yeah, that part. It's tough. I'm gonna put it in a B. I think that is a fair ranking there. But guys, that is it for my ranking of all 3 versions of Tickets to My Downfall. Just to reiterate, we have S with Lonely, Can't Look Back, and Secrets, my 3 tops from each version. A is title track, Drunk Face, Bloody Valentine, Forget Me Too, and No Cell Phones in Rehab. Then in B, Kiss Kiss, Home Better Sweet Home, All I Know, Nothing Inside, I Tried Again, Hangover Cure, Jawbreaker, Play This When I'm Gone, Split Uphill, and Love Race. Then in the C, we have Me or You, Concert for Aliens, My Ex's Best Friend, Body Bag, World War III, Bloody Valentine Acoustic, and in D, I never thought I would put an MGK'S song in D, but Misery Business, the cover of Paramore, deserves that category. So that's it for my ranking, and I'm going to send you guys to the outro so you guys can watch this whenever it goes live. All right, guys, thank you all for watching this edition of Tier List Tuesday, where we ranked MGK's Tickets to My Downfall album. It was one of my favorite ones we have done thus far on the channel. So I will see you guys this Friday for another episode of WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. Take care, everybody.